now, which is the third building you've been in.
It is.
How would you describe the journey through the 3 community hubs?
Well, really, it's really interesting because the first one, of course, we didn't even have a lease. So there was never any sense of permanence. It was just always how long are we going to be here? And then, do you remember, there was always a discussion, wasn't there? When every time it came to the end of the licence, do we even need a space? We'd just been to look at 305, the second space, and the excitement around there because it was bigger. There was a kitchen, which we didn't have. You know, there was space for a fridge, which we'd never had. There was even heating. And so that excitement of moving into there and just really developing the work, but still, it was still quite small. But then the idea that other people would want to come and use the space, which they did, but it was, you know, one person, one group could use the space and that was it. There was no space for anything else. And then all of a sudden to find us in here and managing a small shop was okay, but the big community building, there's so many more things to think about, and you know, just around the risk assessment. One of the other things is as well is that we're still discovering how to run a building. Like, we don't have a building manager as such, and it's lots of things. Like the other day, one of the volunteers said the lift, it got stuck. And then it was just then that we discovered that actually the phone in the lift, which we thought was an auto dialer, wasn't an auto dialer. So quick, change the signage. And it's all those things. And then, of course, there's the whole need that it's got to be sustainable financially, but still support the people who can't. So I think that's going to be the really interesting thing in the future, is around who can still afford to pay for space.
Yeah.
Because I know that we've got groups who are struggling, and now anything can happen. Yeah. And I suppose that's it. And I don't know if I've used this quote, like the Harry Potter room of requirement. So from Hogwarts, when the door opens, it's got to be exactly what you need it to be. And so, you know, I know when we've done the talking, like at the beginning of Creative Civic Change, and we've done a lot of work consulting with people about what the space should be. And it should be an art centre, or it could be a music centre, or it should be, you know, a place for homeless people. Actually, no, it needs to be all of those things, but in such a way that no one ever feels that it's not for them. It's an amazing atmosphere and environment that anyone can come into.